Good morning everyone and welcome back. So this class is continued part of active and passive tense. In our last videos, I have covered present tense and past tense. And now we are going to see future tense and how can we convert future tense sentences into active and passive. So let's see. So here is the first form, that is future indefinite tense. And in future indefinite tense, we have sentence like subject, shall or will, depending on the subject. Then comes first form of the verb with object. In passive sentence would be like subject. This object is becoming subject here. Shall, will, then comes be, and then this first form of verb will be converted into third form of verb, then comes by an object. Let us figure it out with the help of an example. See, this is a future indefinite sentence like she will complete it. Here she is a subject, will, because we have used a singular, and the verb, the sentence is in future, so will complete is the first form of verb complete, and it is acting as object here. This is active form. Now this sentence in passive form will be like it will be completed by her. So this it is now subject, this will becomes will be. Completed is third form of verb, complete, and then comes by an object. Means an active form, this is like she will complete it, and in passive, it will be like it will be completed by her. Now, future tense, no passive formation is allowed in future continuous tense. So, if in case you have given some sentence to convert it into passive, which is a future continuous tense, in that case there will be no passive formation. Okay, so you have to be careful. Sometimes it happens that there is no possible answer, so we have to take none of these. Okay, so after this let us see a future perfect tense. In future perfect tense, sentence will be like subject, shall, will, depending on the subject. Then comes have, and third form of the verb with object. And in passive, it will become subject, means this object will become subject here. Then will and shall, and then comes have been, and then comes third form of the verb. Now see, there is no change in form of the verb here. Then comes by object. See the examples. She will have bought a pen. She is the subject here. Will have here, we have used with a bought. Bought is third form of the verb buy. Okay. And then pen is object. Now this is active form. She will have bought a pen. In passive form, it will be like a pen will have been bought by her. Can you compare this? This object, this pen is now a subject. Then comes will, have been, and again the third form of the verb. What then comes by her. That is the object. She is becoming her here. Okay. So we have only two forms in future tense. That is future indefinite and future perfect, because there is no passive formation is allowed in future perfect continuous tense. Now, when we have covered all the tenses, active and passive, I want to tell you a few things that how can you learn them and understand them better. Before learning active and passive, you must have the knowledge of tenses. So the first thing is that you have to revise tenses properly, because that is the basic thing. If you know the basic construction of a sentence, it will be become easy for you to understand the passive form as well. And the second thing, you have to understand or learn form of verbs. You have to learn verb of form of verbs also, because sometimes we don't know that what is the second form of verb or what is the third form of verb. So in that case, it also becomes very tricky to understand and to get the correct answer. So these two things are very important for learning active and passive. The first one is you have understand the basic construction of sentences. That is, you have to understand tenses first, and then you have to learn verb. I know we cannot learn every verb, but we can learn main and few important verbs. So we have to learn form of verbs. So here I have covered all the tenses in active and passive form. Dear students, I must tell you that active and passive form is a vast topic, so you have